Hello, my name is Victoria Collier, and today we're going to learn about aligning standards-based instruction. Our objectives today is to talk about what is standard-based instruction and why is it beneficial, approaches to align standards to instruction, and best practices and cross-curricular lesson design. So what is standard-based instructions and why is it beneficial? Standard-based instruction is designed to establish what students should learn at each grade level. The standards are a guide for lessons to be designed around incorporating specific skills, concept, and knowledge achievable for all students. They're beneficial because they build essential characteristics needed for a student to be successful in today's world. Students are placed in charge of their own learning. Lessons are built so that students are eager to find solutions, and students need to think and apply their knowledge, which builds problem-solving skills that they will need in the real world. Assessments are varied to measure a student's progress. Teachers are also evaluated on their effectiveness. This is an example of a Common Core math standard. I use these as a base to build my lessons off of. Approaches to align standards to instruction. There are many approaches you can take to understand the standards and integrate them into your instruction. Some teachers take a straightforward approach by breaking down the standards into skills and concepts to be learned. This may be limiting. Some teachers look at standards for a perspective of higher level thinking skills that can be sparked for students when they are interested. This is teaching for understanding rather than process. You can use the state standards as a guide and have a copy of your state standards and district's objectives in order to plan your lesson effectively. This is kind of the idea where the standards is the concept in the middle and all of your objectives should surround it, and next you build the content after. This is a Common Core math example, lesson objective, where the students will explore the same expression in 4 different ways to help determine the order of operations. They align with the Common Core standards that I showed you earlier in this slide. And this is something that I would use in my math lesson, where the objective allows students to explore. They can come up with different answers and explain their answers, and they can share their answers with students so that they can gain a better understanding on multiple ways to solve one problem. It also was built off the standard, so it aligns to it. Best practices in cross-curricular lesson design. You want to align your instruction to the standards while implementing best practices. Design your lessons to engage your students and keep them interested in learning. Lessons should be built on students' prior knowledge and expand on new content to gain new understanding throughout the lesson. I use scaffolding to differentiate instruction so that all students can master these concepts. Give students enough time to think things through and solve the problem. Students should be able to explain their work and describe how they came up with their solutions. Students who practice these techniques are able to feel a sense of accomplishment and take on more challenging tasks in the future. Incorporating lesson material from other subjects enables students to master the concepts and also see the material applied to other examples. Oftentimes you can interconnect content from many different subjects. For example, when I teach the Pythagorean theorem, I let students know that this is a technique that farmers used in ancient Egypt to square off the land after the Nile River floods. Also in science class, in their experiments, they find a height of buildings using the Pythagorean theorem. That concludes my lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.